Assalamu alaikum. As you know, I frequently post on our Qur'an study YouTube channel reminders about the character traits that Allah prescribes for those people who claim to be Muslims or who aspire to be Muslims. So this is a short reminder particularly aimed at Muslims who are involved in debating, discussing Islam on social media. You see, God tells us in the Qur'an how we should debate. And I thought this will be a worthy reminder for us. So if we look at Surah 16, An-Nahl, verse 125, Allah tells us how we should behave with each other when we are discussing or debating concepts of Islam. He says, "Call unto thy Lord's path with wisdom, bil hikmati, and good advice, good admonition." And this next bit is the one which I want to focus on as a reminder today. "And debate in a good way. Wajadilhum billati hi ahsanu, in a good way, in a pleasant manner." Now, the reason why this is a reminder for Muslims is that on social media, where it is as easy as ever to say what you want, what we find is that these debates that Muslims have with each other, whether it's a Qur'an versus Hadith group, whether it's a Qur'an versus Qur'an group, or it's a Sunni versus Shia group, whatever groups these debates are on, you often find that these debates, they descend into insults, they descend into name-calling and condescending comments. People don't shy away from judging each other and disrespecting each other quite seriously, mocking each other, making cartoons about each other, and in the end, even condemning each other, condemning each other's faiths. Allah is saying here that you should debate in a pleasant manner. So is it not ironic that people who claim to be Muslims and claim to be trying to get people to see the path of God are lowering themselves to such character? And I'm not saying that everybody's like this. There are many debates, many useful debates taking place where the moderator is taking good control and the discussion is very useful, where evidences and arguments are presented and they're discussed in a civilized manner. Those are very good discussions and debates. But there are too many, in my view, where the sort of behavior that people have towards each other on these debates go completely against the character trait being described here by Allah. And what seems to happen, really, is that people cave into their egos. They cave into the desire which is telling them, I am right, you are wrong. Only I am right, you are wrong, your argument is wrong, and I condemn you. I condemn you. And look at what Allah says next in this verse. Allah says, "Indeed, your Lord knows best who has strayed from his way and who is guided." So Allah is saying here, hold on, check your ego, Mr. or Mrs. Know-it-all. I, God, Allah is saying, I, God, know who is on the right path and who is not. So how about a little bit of humility? Humility. God is saying that I know what the right path is. Who are you to condemn? Who are you to judge, to name call, to insult your fellow human beings? So God is saying, come back down to earth. I know your weaknesses. Nobody's perfect. I know where you are. You may be on the wrong path, and indeed, you're certainly not displaying the character which Allah is describing in the Qur'an. So let's just check our ego a little bit and display a little bit of humility. That word, that trait, humility, seems to go out of the window in these types of debates. And what sort of example are we setting to others? Isn't setting an example one of the most important ways in which we influence and attract people to Allah's path? So this is perhaps just a short reminder that we all need to do more to allow the true message of God to seep into our hearts and minds, into our culture, into our character. So let's improve the way we all behave with each other on our journey to becoming the Muslims that we claim to be, or that we aspire to become. Peace.
أفلا يتدبرون القرآن